Good afternoon, everybody. A popular fishing and boating spot is now off limits. Plus, a man arrested in connection to an Escambia County homicide. And eating out at Waffle House is about to get a lot more expensive. Let's begin News 5 now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. Glad to be with you. I've been working behind the scenes for the last week or so due to voice rest by my doctor. So I'm easing back into my responsibilities on air here at WKRG, and I'm happy to be joining you today for News 5 Now. We're bringing you the very latest headlines, and we are getting your opinion about our question of the day and our poll of the day. So let's go ahead and get started with our big stories at this hour. Number 5, your next visit to Waffle House will soon be a little bit more expensive. Waffle House is adding a 50-cent surcharge per egg amid the bird flu outbreak. The breakfast chain says the egg shortage has led to a major increase in costs. The egg surcharge went into effect this week, and it applies to all of its menus. Number 4, new safety devices are going up in downtown Mobile. This vehicle barrier at the intersection of Dauphin and Jackson Streets is one of 6 that will be used during the city's Mardi Gras festivities. The barriers are being loaned by the Tuscaloosa Police Department. Portable bollards have also been ordered and will arrive before the city's first parade. Number 3, a wrong-way driver on the interstate caught on camera and charged with driving under the influence. Look at that. Jeff Borkland shared this video telling us he was headed southbound on the I-110 connector in Pensacola when he saw another driver going southbound in the northbound lanes. Borkland says he was doing all he could to warn oncoming drivers. Luckily, an Escambia County Sheriff's Office lieutenant was on her way to work in an unmarked vehicle when she spotted the wrong-way driver turn around and pulled her over. No one was hurt. 43-year-old Jennifer Judavin remains in the Escambia County Jail. Number 2, a man is in the Escambia County Jail this afternoon charged with murder. Pensacola police arrested 37-year-old Devarius James yesterday afternoon, and a woman's body was found inside a home on North 7th Avenue. Police have not released any information about how the suspect and the victim knew each other. James is being held without bond. And number 1, the Mobile Area Water and Sewer System says it is permanently closing Big Creek Lake to all recreational boating and fishing. Officials with MAWS say they've made the decision to protect the community's water source. Until now, small engine and wide-bodied boats were allowed in the reservoir on the weekends from 6 in the morning until dusk. Big Creek Lake serves as the main source of drinking water for the city of Mobile and surrounding communities. And that is a look at our big stories at this hour. All right, everybody, it is time for our question of the day. And this is just kind of a fun one to get everybody talking. If I can get my computer to pull it up on. Here we go. All right, everybody, let's get to our question of the day. And it has to do with football, which is your favorite subject, at least a lot of you. All right, so our question of the day is, how would you feel if the Super Bowl was played internationally? How would you feel if the Super Bowl was played internationally instead of just right here in the good old USA? Let's see. Edwin says, it's our tradition, not theirs. Let's keep it that way, American. Rodney says, nope, absolutely not. The Super Bowl should be played in America, period. Blake says, that wouldn't make sense, in my opinion. Lindsay says, seems like a good way for a city to lose money. And Dwayne says, go ahead. I don't care about it anyway. Well, if you want to chime in, it's just kind of a fun little question. You can go ahead and do so, and we will be really reading more of your responses tonight at 5:30. All right, everybody, let's get to our poll of the day, and this one has to do with the Grammys. Did any of you watch the Grammys? Well, are you surprised that Taylor Swift did not take home a Grammy? We'll see what you say. Ricky says, you know what, it was time for someone else to get recognition. Everyone voted for Beyonce. Linda says she's already achieved more than others. She will go down in history. And then Martha says, I didn't even know she didn't win anything until I just read this post. So go ahead, chime in here. You can answer our poll question of the day. Are you surprised that Taylor Swift did not take home a Grammy? But I know what you guys are saying, because I feel like they showed so many shots of her during the Grammys dancing, beforehand, that pretty red dress, and she of course presented an award. So a lot of you thought that she won, but she didn't. But she's not hurting. She's already won 14 Grammys before. Well, if you'd like to chime in on our question of the day or our poll of the day, just go to WKRG's Facebook page, and you can see that there, and you can chime in, and then we will have a News 5 Now broadcast every night at 5:30. Well, thank you so much for joining us today for WKRG News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. I'll see you back for News 5 at 5. Cherish, we'll see you at 4.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.